forecast from Chief Meteorologist Bruce Katz.
Well, today was a beautiful day out there. We had lower humidity. I know it was a bit warm, but right now we're looking at clear skies. And this morning, look at this, 60s on the North Shore, south of the lake in the 60s, lower 70s in the metro, and the high today of 88. Should be at 86, but it could be hotter. 93 back in 1955. Now, current temperatures, right now we're in the upper 60s. Upper 60s south of the lake, but look at the influence of the Gulf. It's a warm one, 81 in Grand Isle. The influence of a light north wind from the airport and the lakefront, with the lake temperature bringing in that warmth. Here in the city, it is in the 80s still. Now, the dew points, yesterday we were in the mid to upper 70s. Now we are in the 60s. Right now, the humidity coming up a bit. And of course, at night, you start getting that moisture building up. But tomorrow, another day of low humidity. Right now, notice a very light wind out of the north. A north wind is much drier air moving in. Speaking of that, we've got a big low to the northeast, and that is ushering in a deep trough, and all this dry air is filtering to South Louisiana. The way it looks now, I don't see much rain over the next 5 to 7 days. Last few days, we got much needed rain, but the way it looks right now, we've flipped the switch from wet at the end of the week to now dry for the weekend and most of next week. So in the mornings, we're going to see temperatures on the cool side, 60s north, away from the late 60s, 70s on the South Shore, and then by 3 o'clock, look at this, a beautiful day. Mostly sunny but warm, high in the mid to upper 80s. Humidity down, though, and then Saturday morning, back to the 60s around the region, 70s on the South Shore, and even on Monday, as you can see, coming in late Sunday night, Monday morning, we are looking dry. May see a couple of clouds out there and potentially a coastal shower, but all in all, not expecting a whole lot. Here's a look at the tropics now. We have got now Category 4 Umberto, likely to become a Category 5, and we have Invest number 94L. As we take a look, this is one a bit closer, moving northwest at 9, and the winds are at 35. These are actual tropical storm watches and warnings for parts of the Bahamas. As you can see, from a tropical storm to likely a potential Category 1, the problem is this. From Tuesday to Wednesday, it stalls potentially, and it could bring up to 15 to 20 inches of rain. Not going to be our issue, but to the east, they're going to be watching out for that. Then we have Hurricane Umberto. Look at the winds, 145, Category 4, likely to become a Category 5 briefly, back to a 4, kind of shooting the gap between Bermuda and the East Coast, which is, of course, great news. And we're going to be watching out for that, as, of course, this is going to be the one over the weekend the Carolinas will be watching. Here's a ridge of high pressure. That ridge is going to continue to steer Umberto off to the north and west of Bermuda. Now, with this trough moving in, notice the winds are out of the southwest. So as that feature moves over the Bahamas, it looks as though it's going to get caught into this flow, not really eastward, but likely more northward into the Carolinas, coming into late Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Take a look here. Here's your eye. Big storm Umberto. Here is number 9. We're going to be watching out for that, potential of that developing over the next couple of days. And the next storm on the list would be Imelda. Here's your 7-day forecast. That 30% on Saturday, don't worry about it. My graphics updated at midnight. Tomorrow should be a beautiful day, mid to upper 80s. And take a look at Sunday. Saints are on Sunday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we do warm up just a little bit. So, again, when you go after midnight, my graphics go to the next day.
Technology,
so that's kind
Bruce.
Of it. It is technology. So
but you're telling us it's still a great weekend, drier days ahead. Absolutely.